Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It is Thursday afternoon here in the Eastern time zone of the USA. It's 1930 Zulu on January 18, 2024. And this is the DX Engineering Manufacturers Showcase. And this is the show where we bring on one of our over 175 different manufacturers that DX Engineering represents, and we have a one-on-one conversation, and we go through the products, and we encourage you to ask questions in the chat. So if you have questions about the particular products, you put them in the chat and we'll do our best to answer them. We have a very special guest today from the VE2DX products. It's Richard, VE2DX. Hello, Richard.
Hi, Tim. How are you?
Good, good. Is it cold up there?
Very. We're hitting around minus 20, I believe, today.
Oh boy, yeah, that's pretty cold. Well, there's nothing better than on a cold afternoon than to get on the radio and have fun on 10 meters or 15 meters, maybe even on the VHF bands that are getting ready for this weekend for the contest. So let's talk about some of your products, Richard, and I'm going to share the DX Engineering website, and let me know when you see the.
There we go.
There you go. Let's talk about this ICOM digital meter and true CI5 interface.
Yes. Well, true CI5 is a VE2DX creation. Basically, our design is to basically anything that has to do with cabling of CAT or CI5 to be perfectly filtered, but also perfectly leveled, because it's based on TTL, and TTL is a range of voltages. The meter itself is a small 2-inch meter that you can use to display needles for, needle meter for the SWR or DS meter or anything like that, but also bar graphs, more complicated display like the one you're looking at right now. So it's really nice because it really helps you turn around and display outside of the radio and use, let's say, a 7300 or use the main display for something like band scope. Obviously, it's very flexible. It has multiple different display, 4 of them in the case of this one. And it has basically 2 basic design, which is one of them is needle meter style, and the other one is bar graphs. One of the interesting feature about it is the SWR alarm. One of the things we do in our meters is we incorporate monitoring of high SWR. If the radio, for whatever reason, tells the meter that the SWR is anywhere above 3, the call sign on the meter, if you want to put up the picture of the meter, the call sign of on the meter itself will, at the top, will change to a flashing ISWR display to indicate to the operator to be careful. So, the most radios, it's good for any radio since the 756 Pro 3 all the way up to the 905. And most of the older radios, obviously, you can display that as much information, and the needle on those radios would be very small.
Well, it's very interesting, and I really like the box here. It's very, very nice. Tell us what this box, what part does this play?
Okay, basically what you're looking at right now is the IM1.4BT plus. Basically, it's the bottom portion of it is a CI5 hub, a 3-port hub that can be used to interconnect to the radio, but also to other equipment like a linear or band selector. Sorry about that, or anything like that. And the top portion is the processor with the display where you see the little label there. And the unit can be connected through Bluetooth, through cabled via those 3 connectors. but it can also be connected through the Wi-Fi via USB if your radio, like a 7300, let's say, is connected to your PC. So the 7300, as an example, can be connected via cabled or USB, and soon we will be offering direct connection for radios that have LAN, like 9700 and 705. The beauty of this is the Bluetooth connections for the 705. The 705 does not have CI5, and this device will let you not only connect to the 705 via Bluetooth, but also offer CI5 ports on the hub in the back of it.
Very, very nice. What about the HDMI unit here?
Oh, that's a beauty. Just like with the 705, the first thing that most hams were complaining about was the missing CI5 port. On the 7300, which is an incredible radio, when it came out, everybody looked at one another. They said, no HDMI ports on it. That would be fun. Well, this little baby is basically an interface to plug any kind of HDMI monitor in full 1080p resolution. And what I do is I take all kind of information, as you can see, like right now, and we put it up on the screen so as, again, to free up the 705 for the bandwidth, the band scope, sorry. The meter and HDMI interface are very similar. The difference being that the needle is not available yet on the HDMI interface, but I'm working on that like many other projects.
That's very nice.
Oh, one other thing, if you can bring up the second picture, yeah, on the opposite, the other picture, sorry, the third one, on the bottom side of that picture, the two black connectors are basically a full true CI5 hub, a 2-port hub. Again, that gives you the possibility of connecting through Bluetooth, through Wi-Fi, and through cabled connections direct to the older radios.
Yeah, very nice. And let's go on here to the tough meters. What is the difference here?
Okay, that's you have to go to the second picture. Okay, the tough meter is basically the same thing as the first product that we looked at. The difference being the enclosure. The enclosure is water resistant, and that gives you the possibility of turning around and using this device outdoor. The cable is already part of the device, so basically all you need is a power source. Inside the tough meter, you have, again, the same thing as the other devices. You have a 2-port hub, which is through TTL or through CI5 protected.
Very nice. It's great to have something you can put outside. Here's one of my favorite items that you make, the remote antenna switch.
Yeah, that's a nice baby. The 2x6 remote antenna switch is a NEMA enclosure. It's made to be outdoor. It can be used inside the shack too, and I will explain why in a second. It's basically lets you bring up to the top of the tower only 2 coaxes and connect 2 different radios to the same 6 antennas. The device uses 5 relay per antenna, which gives a very high isolation. I apologize for my French. Gives a very high isolation between the antennas and the 2 radios, so that you can use basically 2 different antennas at the same time on the same radios. It is full power, basically legal limit, and we have some coming products soon that I'll be talking to the guys at DX Engineering. I'll be introducing at Dayton the new software-defined interlocked. It's basically going to be a band decoder for 2 separate radios or a single one. There's going to be 2 versions that will prevent you electronically from selecting the same antenna on both radios. It will not engage the second one, and it will give you an alarm both on the LED and an optional buzzer that you can turn on or off.
Yeah, and so you make this in 12 volts and in 24 volts.
True.
And
The reason being is the 24 volts version was designed, basically it's different relays, but it was designed so that stations, very large stations, that the tower is further away,
yes,
and have an easier access to the antenna selector.
right. So let's talk about the CT17 project here that you've got.
Yeah, the evolution of the ICOM CT17, which is the VE2DX CT17B, is a group of product that put us on the map. We started that in the middle of the beginning of COVID, and it's basically a 5-port hub for ICOM CI5. It is heavily filtered, and the version 2, we offer both version 1's Model 5, but also version 2 in 4 different variations. Version 2 has the full true CI5 protection. Basically, again, what it means, your signal comes in, it's dirty, it's got noise, it's weak. We take it, we bring it up to full 5 volts, which is the maximum of TTL, and we filter it completely before even doing that, so that all the other 4 guys, they do not get the garbage that might be part of your signal. There are 4 variations of this. The 5V2, which is simple 5-port, no interfacing, and it uses USB for power. Then there is the 6BT. The 6BT is basically 5-port, but also it has internal Bluetooth. This was a game changer when the 705 came out. I came out with that product at about the same time, not knowing that the 705 did not have CI5. Well, guys, now it does. The 6 USB is an evolution of the 5 version 2. And it basically offers a USB port for attaching to the PC. Now, the 7DM has both the USB and the Bluetooth, so it gives you more flexibility. And the last one at the bottom is the version 1 Model 5. Reason why this one is still in the market is simple. Some guys just want something low cost, and that's what that product offers. It's very cheap and simple to use, very nicely filtered, but it does not have true CI5.
Well, you know, in these 10 products, they're all in stock at DX Engineering.
Yes, sir.
And so we're very, very happy to have you on. And W3MLJ says he's used one of these switches before, and he really likes it. So, you know, it's a very nice switch. And these are great products, Richard. And I want to thank you so much for taking on some very hard things, especially add things that go on to the IC705 and the 7300, which are extremely popular radios. And we know that these things are going to fly off the shelf.
Oh, yes, they will. And they are over here. And I'm shipping basically all over the DX world. And I'm very happy with the partnership with DX Engineering. Also, it's really up to a great start. And keep in mind, guys, DX Engineering is not alone in this. I'm here to help them. And definitely, anytime they have a problem or you have a problem, if you picked it up DX Engineering, feel free. We're very happy to help you. And the reason, oh, by the way, Tim, you're going to love this, and my wife is probably going to throw something at me. She's sitting right across here. The main reason why I started VE2DX Electronics is quite simple. I hate doing the dishes.
There you go. Well, we're going to keep you busy. Thanks very much, Richard, for coming on today. It was great to have you, and we will have you back again. Keep designing, keep doing things, And we'll look forward to seeing you at Dayton as well.
Yeah, Dayton, we should be introducing no less than 4 new products. So, and obviously you guys are going to know about it before anybody else, but I'll be happy to talk to Scott and you guys about this.
All right, that sounds great, Richard. And thanks to all of you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. And take a look at the DX Engineering website for VE2DX products. And also take a look at onallbands.com. The DX Engineering blog is just chock full of great ideas and great articles to help you have more fun with the best hobby in the world. Until next time, which is tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. We're going to talk about Winter Field Day tomorrow afternoon. We'll see you at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Until then, 73 from DX Engineering.
Take care, gentlemen.